So yeah, hey guys. As you see at the top of the screen, Team Eco Speedruns reviews. Basically, since Wacky Taiki reactions won't be really happening anymore, we decided to make a new thing, which is like more flexible, where it's not just me, but sometimes it's Stockie, sometimes it's someone else, sometimes it's not even me. And it can be TLG, it can be Eco, it can be whatever you guys want, whatever is interesting at the time, like Odawara's world record. And free to host to anyone really who's interested in the community. Like, it's supposed to be very involved. And yeah, and it's not only about reactions or reviews. If you guys remember, we also did like Discord commentary versions of big events like ESA or GDQ. And Azam and I are actually planning to use this format in the future to just either restream or record VODs for the YouTube. Like with Sean's ESA coming up, Azam will probably make a little announcement and figure out how we will do it exactly. But you guys will be able to be featured on the Team Eco speedruns, just as easy as that. Like Stockie here.
Hello.
And yeah,
I was drafted in last minute, stuff like everything else here.
Yeah, and Wacky would also usually say, "Who the hell are you?" I'm the moderator of the Shadow of the Colossus leaderboard and the category extensions and the Discord, so I'm more or less now, I guess, the leader of the community in a way, or one of the leaders. And Stockie here, he's the most talented newcomer.
I am a semi-professional shouty man and a bad speedrunner.
Aren't we all? Especially now that we're gonna see Odawara have the sub 50 seconds GAIUS.
Sub 50 seconds. Oh
so, any ideas on what it might be, Stockie?
I've watched, I believe, Azama and Sean do a bit of IL GAIUS, but I expect this to still blow my mind completely, and I still have no clue what made it go sub 50.
I mean, since it's more than 4 seconds of a difference, there's definitely a strat change in there. And I've seen Upsal experiment with the little jump up, where you run up the legs and then instantly jump up the sword and then back up the belly. And that's actually faster than doing the launch that Hammer usually does, since you're there a bit quicker. So I just assume he probably pulled that off. If not, I'm ready to be surprised, so should we just get right into it?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see if I can actually make this have audio. Whatever. I guess I hear something, so it's good enough.
I can always imagine it.
So as always, we will probably just watch it. He skips it even.
He skips it. That's a couple seconds off. Well, no, not a couple seconds. But...
Okay, he's totally doing the Look at it go.
Launch into the leg. Oh, maybe then he has to skip.
Yeah, he's doing the Upsol thing, and he jumps up. Yep.
Oh my god.
Upsol has been experimenting with it, and now just up there. Perfect.
Wow. Oh.
Upsol has been so close to making this work, but Odawara actually made it work. And I was mentioning that sub 50 with that is possible. Amazing.
Oh my
shit.
Oh
That's
my
so
god.
cool.
I can see how it's for. Are you gonna do any sheriff ones? Maybe to the end?
Nope. Just
no.
as easy
Wait,
as that.
how is that fast stat? Oh my god.
So I know exactly what's going on here and why it's faster, even though it looks stupid. But basically I was predicting exactly that happening. Upsal was experimenting with it, and the basic idea is, with the start, usually if you watch Hammer's runs or like Marcelo's runs, I guess.
Yeah.
They always waited for the sword slam before they did the launch, and then they were up the thing and stuff.
Yeah.
And they had to wait a little on the arm to make the animation trigger and then jumped over. Now
you go from the base of the sword to the stomach and then do all the slashes over there, right?
The difference is, like, when Hammer did it, he was launched to the bracelet first, and then he had to wait a little bit to trigger the animation to then go, the up and down animation. The difference here is they instantly go to the base, and the animation is triggered instantly after they do a few error shots. So they save that amount of time, and once they're at the belly, it's only about making that jump that Odawara did. Like, if you look at it again, let me just go through it. See, usually you would have to wait for Gaius to stop. Now he would slowly reach out for, like, the slam.
Yeah.
And then the slam would be here, but they are already, like... They now would have to, like... wait at the arm, and he's already here, and that saves a couple seconds, and that's basically all of it.
Definitely. Like, not getting as close still doesn't save enough time, because the slash animation is very, very long when it comes to Gaius.
Now, the only thing that's slower here is actually that he didn't do a slash. And overall it could be a bit cleaner, so I could see this even go lower, like a 45 or 46 or whatever, which is insane. That's actually faster than the TAS.
Yeah, so, wait, faster than the TAS?
Yeah.
These, I have been watching a lot of the Japanese runners streams, and it's insane what they come up with. Upsil discovers every glitch imaginable. Odawara applies them ridiculously well to ILs, and then Eguchi just breaks the game as well, and it's just insane.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, I'm sure there's a bigger community behind it, but it's mostly those three: Upsil, Eguchi, and Odawara. Mainly Upsil and Odawara, they kind of play off each other. Because Upsil was close to making this work like a couple weeks ago even. I saw videos of that.
So a couple things from chat, especially Sable.
Yep.
So the reason why we are surprised that he skipped the cutscene is because if you watch it completely, Gaius is completely turned around, which saves a small bit of time usually.
It's like a second or two, but here it's actually better to skip it, which is actually amazing for grinding as well, because you don't have to wait it out, because the delay in the turn actually allows you to be there fast enough at the lags. Because if you see they kind of try to make Gaius stomp on the thing here, and that thing where you stand on right now actually allows you to gain the height here, I think, because you're a bit higher up.
Definitely.
And now this thing is also very cool, but I think here Odawara lost a bit of time as well, because he could get up here instantly if he just held the thing. So that's a small time save, but he made up for it by just getting onto the arm just about. And that's the difficulty here. Since you take longer to actually get up here, compared to the other strat, you basically don't have any time to get up here. But once he made it, that's already the recce.
Yeah, it's insane.
The only thing how to improve it would be to do the slash, but I wouldn't have done the slash here either. It's a free world record.
Oh no, yeah. It's way too risky to just throw it all away just because.
And since Marcelo and Hammer aren't active right now, I wonder Stormglad isn't either. Maybe JK can try something weird.
Ooh, that would be interesting. People are saying in the chat that some perspective would be good. So if you wanna, we can watch the old Becky.
Sure. I can show the differences. Let me just. Where is the Firefox? Is that the Firefox? Okay.
Sable is asking: is the wobble that Odawara is doing on the edge of the sword necessary? Because when he was jumping up, he did wobble instead of jumping straight.
I think it helps, because once Wonder wobble, he gets a bit of a boost. But the most advantage he gets there is actually from Gaius making a turn where it's a slight up momentum. It's a very timing based thing. I think it barely works out if you're lucky, more or less. So let me see if I can pull it up. Oh god, it has music, I remember. So I'm just gonna like not. Okay, let me mute it. That works, right?
Yeah.
So to summarize the difference, here Marcelo already waited out the cutscene, and now instead of getting to the base, he kind of jumps forward. GAIUS walks forward already, that's why you would skip the cutscene with the other setup. And now you wait for the attack here instead. And now you have to wait here. And you wait here, do the launch. Now you have to wait on this thing to trigger the animation. And only now you can jump over. From here on out, definitely. This run is probably better than Odawara's. But you see, Marcelo is here at 30 seconds. I can bet that Odawara was here like 5 seconds earlier or something. That's the whole difference. But
definitely.
here...
Having to get GAIUS to swing down his sword and then having to trigger that extra animation loses, in a lot of quotations, these are still incredible runs by everyone, but it does lose a lot of time. And also it seems like bunny hopping doesn't seem to be very necessary on the Odawara run, which could also make it,
I mean, since Odawara is playing on 30 FPS on a base PS4, he can't actually bunny hop quick enough for it to be worth it. So it doesn't seem to be necessary, but it's obviously easier on... No, I don't want to bring out the 60 FPS meme here again, but it might be beneficial on a very, very, like, you know,
yeah, but we're
small
still
level.
Waiting for GAIUS's animations to end, so it doesn't seem as necessary to do bunny hops. Maybe with bunny hops, you can skip the cutscene later.
It doesn't matter when you skip the cutscene, I think. It's more about getting the arrow shots in quick enough, because if you don't get 3 arrow shots, you can't actually kill GAIUS's belly in 3 like stabs. You need that extra damage. But basically it kind of cancels out. In Odawara's strategy, you walk forward a lot longer, so that takes a while, and then you have to do the arrow shots. But overall, since the slam animation and the get the sword back out animation and the wait on the bracelet takes a long time, it's still slower. Which is very interesting that, like, the other strategy kind of looks less impressive, but it's just faster.
Yeah.
And from here on out, basically, you could see what a perfect run would look like, because Marcelo just killed it here. So it's 3 stabs, as we saw with Odawara, with like those cycles. They reset it. Here you see you have a bit more time. And now this jump is obviously more intense. You can cycle the stabs here. And instead of doing the last little stab, you walk far forward and just slash. And that slash actually saves 2 to 3 seconds, just because you don't have to wait for the animation to finish.
It looks slower having to wait for the arm, but at the end of the day, it is the exact same timer. So they both grabbed onto the arm at the same point, since after getting onto the stomach, because Marcelo did it so cleanly. He had a ton of time.
Yeah, and that's the difference.
Jump over.
You actually have more time in Marcelo's version, since you trigger the animation and then instantly jump to the belly. Meanwhile, the animation is already going, then Odawara jumps to the belly. So Odawara has way less of a window to jump onto the arm. Maybe that's the reason why it looked less clean. But I could imagine a world where you do it so cleanly that you get there without any interruption, basically. So that would save now 4 seconds or so.
Sable says, because she's spitballing something out, and we have learned recently that newer players can bring a lot to the table. But just checking, wouldn't it be possible to use the momentum once the belly stitch was gone and you're on the arm to completely launch to the head instead of going to shoulders and then
Okay,
running.
that's what Marcelo did. If you look at it, if you look here, where is it? Oh, he's so fast. Holy shit!
It's so fast.
Yeah,
Just
here
wait till you miss
Marcelo
it.
is high up and he instantly jumps to it, basically. So it's as fast as you can get. Just launching yourself might be a bit too uncontrollable and you don't want to lose an IL at this point. But if you compare that to Odawara, let me just get that back up.
You know, definitely Sable. Odawara's Reki is very, very crude. As in, it's a super impressive new strat and looks really, really hard. But there is a lot of room for improvement within the boundaries of a 48-second GAIUS.
Yeah. What you have to keep in mind, Odawara has a lot less time here, so he just has to jump instantly without even looking. Twitter videos, am I right?
This is the Twitter video, yeah.
Could you please?
But yeah, this just goes to show
Give me a second.
how much better this brand new strat is over the old one. Marcelo's run was basically as good as that strat was going to get. It was really quick on the cycle stabs, jumped straight onto the head, went for the slash at the end, and then Odawara didn't go for all these smaller optimizations, obviously, because first ever proper run he got of this brand new strat, and he still got 6 seconds.
It's actually pretty.
From it, so
it's actually pretty similar to how the wacky jump changed Zenobia. I actually, when I got the wacky, I waited for Odawara to submit his run to then beat it on my birthday. After he submitted it, I could just wait out a little longer. But quality-wise, Odawara's run was way better. He went later beat it by like, what was it? 5 seconds? When I got within 1 second at least, but still. Basically, since Odawara has less time, after this thing, he instantly has to jump without looking. And as you see, Sable, he grabbed here instead of up here because the animation is already going up. And that's the difference why Odawara couldn't get over there as cleanly, because he lands farther back and only now gets there. That probably loses.
He can't walk on the actual arm because he grabbed onto structure bracelet kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So he has to wait for to drop back. But I think, Odawara at least made it. Upsell, when he tried, he couldn't make the jump work at all because you have to jump blindly and just hoping you grab. But I could imagine a run where Odawara just kills the sigil, jumps over instantly, and with a cleaner transition, he could get the same basic run as Marcelo, and from that point on, I can assume 45 or lower will be possible.
Yeah, it is a good time to get into GAIUS if you're a high level shadow IL runner, because there's a lot of possibility with this new strat, a lot of smaller optimizations, and I am looking forward to Odawara and hopefully some of the Westerners getting in there.
Actually, fun thing is, when Upsal did that, I tried to make the strategy work, and I couldn't even get up the arm, like up the sword, because the first jump is even tricky.
Blows my mind with these things is how many hours must have taken him of just redoing this over and over again, and then Upsil's just crazy mind to come up with these different things. It's like, hey, how about I try to like jump onto the arm? There's just about enough, and then Wanda magnetizes on there, and it's really, really impressive. If people haven't checked them out, please do check out all of these Japanese runners. Some of them even stream now on Twitch, I believe.
Well, there are streams on YouTube. Upsal on Twitch, I think. Yeah.
Upsal's Twitch, Odawara YouTube, and Eguchi Nico.
And YouTube sometimes.
Yeah. And also YouTube sometimes. But they are super welcoming, super great people, and they deserve the love from the Western audience.
Yep.
If I can chat with them, anyone can.
But it's actually a very, very straightforward attempt from you, not gonna lie.
Hey, it's been worth
Odawara called you Japanese pretty good, didn't he? Also, you know how Azama said, oh, it's just one GAIUS video, it will be over after like 5 minutes, and here we are streaming for 20 minutes already and still talking, right?
I am good at stretching out content. Okay,
that's what you're good at.
We gotta milk it. We gotta hit those 10 minutes. We gotta hit those mid-roll ads. Let's go.
Any other questions from chat? Otherwise, I would probably end it here.
I can't imagine running a Teamika game where I can't blame the RNG for my times. Sable asked for 30 minutes of Stockie ASMR. I am ready.
This is the Team Eco Speedruns channel, okay? We have to stay somewhat professional.
Azama does say showing off hammers for the end, because he did come up with the old strap.
Oh yeah, actually he was the first one to do like the slash. Funny background story on that, actually. Basically, how this whole slash actually became a thing in runs was that Foxy failed to one cycle dirge, and he was super frustrated, so he just slashed and it killed. And then Hammer was like, wait, we can make a strat out of this.
And then the sexy slash was born.
And he made it work on GAIUS of all things as a first thing. Like, there was a lot of other easier attempts, especially in HTA, but this run was actually the first one to use a slash to kill a Colossus in an IL world record, or in general.
He also waits out the whole cutscene, which is very annoying, but saves time.
Yeah, this is basically the same as Marcelo's run, just slightly less clean, which is still absolutely impressive, obviously.
I believe Sable, basically the ILs that use Sexy Slash still, is basically most of them that have a bit more than a round number of slashes, right?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it was even used in other cases, like before the underwater strat for Pelagia, Odawara-sama had the slash intentionally, since it basically saves the whole animation. A lot of HTA runs use it, since there's a lot of hanging sigils, like on Argus HTA, for example. On NTA specifically.
You can see here it is very similar to Odawara's run, in which the smaller optimizations that he didn't manage to do in one run, because obviously you're still trying to get a proof of concept of this works. This is a good run with this strat. People can start using it. So you accept smaller mistakes, like not going straight to the head, and then people like Marcelo come over and
just go all out for it. Yeah,
just go completely all out. Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Any shout outs or interesting things from you, Stockie?
Japanese runners and Trico Poop stocks.
Okay, to talk about a few events coming up on this Saturday, I will actually do like a little speed case on the German channel. You can check it out in the event calendar channel, where I will be showing Shadow of the Colossus 90% and Eco 60 Hz 90% on the German channel with my own layout, just like a little logo of German in there, which is very cool that they do this. We actually have ideas of doing the same for this channel with Team Eco, of just letting people do a little stream showcase of their own streams. So make sure to look forward to that. Obviously, ESA is coming up on Tuesday midnight for Europeans.
Yep. 18 past midnight.
Yeah, where Stockie and I will actually be commentating. And Sean
will be destroying the game.
Imagine just, I didn't get to 57 yet. Let me just get to 57 this time. I swear, if Sean gets a sub 1 on stream, that would be so epic.
That would be great.
I can see him do that. No pressure, but I could imagine a world where it happens.
And yeah, and then the Team marathon.
Yeah, right. The weekend. No, 2 weekends after, right?
26th, 27th, 28th, I believe.
Yep, I will be finishing up the schedule on Sunday for that one, or rather Monday, so you still have until Sunday to submit your runs if you have any more ideas. Anyone is welcome with any kind of weird category. Stockie, do you want to do poop %?
Oh my god! Don't even start. This
is such a trashy category. I love it. It doesn't even have any strategy so far. Imagine if someone finds an actual manipulation of some sort that actually makes it consistent, and then everyone will have the trophy more easily. That would be so cool. And Wacky would finally get the plant.
The only reason why I won't do poop % is because I'm not allowed to swear much, and there's no way I make it through without swearing my whole body out.
Makes sense.
But yeah, that should be it. Thank you all for joining in.
Yep.
And we will be seeing you later.